And let me do it through Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein died at the middle of this century, 1955. And he had a few things to say about the church and about preaching. Did you know that? Let me read you a paragraph written about him by a scientific specialist in general relativity theory. He said, "I do see the design of the universe as an essentially religious question. That is, one should have some kind of respect and awe for the whole business. It's very magnificent and shouldn't be taken for granted. In fact, I believe that is why Einstein had so little use for organized religion. Although he strikes me as a basically very religious man." Then this is the sentence that scared me. "Einstein must have looked at what the preachers said about God and felt that they were blaspheming. He had seen much more majesty than they had ever imagined. And they just were not talking about the real thing." I tell you, when I read that as a preacher, my whole passion for what my life exists for was doubled in its intensity. Oh God, if you would give me life, if you would give me breath, if you would keep my mind working a little bit longer, I will bend every effort to try to spread a passion for your supremacy in preaching for the joy of all peoples everywhere you'll let me. Because I don't want scientists to look at the preaching in your churches and say, they're blaspheming. I know what glory is. I've got a telescope. They don't have a clue with their daily pep talks about how to get their little psyches fixed and how to get their little marriages working better and how to get themselves fixed with their kids and how to get along better at work and how to. And you sit there wondering, is this supposed to be about God? There are plenty of books. How to get marriages working and how to get kids working and how to get your psyche working and how to feel good about yourself. But there aren't many preachers and many pulpits where the one thing needful, the thing for which the soul is created, the thing for which we're dying in our small, little, insignificant lives, where is anybody telling the people about a great, glorious, majestic God, something on the par of Eta Karenai? Well, there are not many around. And my goal here is to help you get a vision for devoting yourself to doing that. You see, scientists know things. They know these kinds of facts. They know about the numbers of stars, 100,000 light years across our little galaxy called the Milky Way, with how many millions and millions of stars in those galaxies. And they know that our little teeny star called the Sun, which burns at about 6,000 degrees centigrade on the cooler surface, is sailing through the universe at about 150 miles a second and will, if God tarries, finish its first circuit around the Milky Way in 200 million years. They know these things. And then they come to church. And maybe they hear this text. Isaiah 40. Isaiah got it. Isaiah got it. Gary, teach Isaiah. To whom then will you compare me, that I should be like him, says the Holy One. Lift up your eyes. I'm so glad he said that. You can be an astronomer, be a Christian. Lift up your eyes on high and see who created these stars. He who brings out their host by number, calling them all by name. Jim, Mary, Martha, Etta Karinai. Every one of them, billions upon billions upon billions, do His bidding. By name He knows them. And I don't think He uses numbers. By the greatness of His might, and because He is strong in power, not one of them is missing. Why is one not missing? Because God said, stay there. Stay there until I'm done. Now Einstein knew these things, and Isaiah knew these things. We have a Bible and we have telescopes, and we should know these things. And it is frightening to know that there are people who come to our churches, thoughtful people, who say, if what I have seen in the night sky without a telescope, and the feelings I have felt of awe and reverence and wonder before the sheer existence of reality is what it is, this church is blaspheming.